Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee, and I am back to talk about some hot topics and to finally talk about sisters with y'all. Now, y'all, don't talk about my hair. I just took my crochets out, and this joker here, child, it ain't been stretched. It ain't been nothing. Like, my hair is just, I literally took it out, combed through, and then that's it. Okay. So we on some bush time right now. Okay. So I have been up working since the crack of dawn. What I love about the crochets is it only takes a little bit of time to take it out. So I've been working since hella early this morning. And so I got home maybe about, I want to say maybe 45 minutes ago. And then I, was finishing up some stuff I had to do. And then I started taking my hair out. It didn't take me long at all because of the way I install it. So I will be doing some sorcery on my hair later on tonight. And if you are a woman of color with nice, illustrious, thick hair, you know that it takes time. And I was like, I'm not even going to put a hat on. I ain't doing that. I'm just going to get up on here and be, myself for a little bit. Okay. Can I just be myself with y'all for a second? Okay. So this is me. I am not my hair. Okay. So y'all, let's just get into some of the hot topics of it all. Okay. And we're going to get into sisters. All right. So sisters, I believe there will be a mid-season finale next week. We've had quite a few episodes, but it's just kind of been like the same storyline, just dragging out. You know what I mean? So, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Let me speak to my peoples. Okay. Let me speak to my peoples. Linnell Seiler is in the building. She says, hello. Thank you so much for joining. My mod is here getting jazzy with Jazz TV. She says, hey, Shay and chat. What's up? What's up, Jazz? MLC Capricorn 72 says, hello, everyone. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining. Kim I is in the building. She says, hey, Shay Renee and chat. What's up? Thank you so much for joining. Okay. Also, one of my members, I appreciate you. So let me share what the hot topics are, y'all. Now, some of the stuff y'all probably already done seen, but it's just some stuff that I'm just like, I find this very interesting. I find it very interesting. Okay. It's between the people on the internet acting a damn fool. Okay. And the people that's on TV acting a damn fool, y'all. It's just, it is what it is. All right. Here we go. Let me take down the overlay. I'm a little tired too, y'all. So I got me some coffee over here. I got my chlorophyll drink. And I know a lot of y'all been telling me to put it on the website. I just need to get myself together. I am just so tired. I have been up since 4:30 this morning and traveling. And because I had a very early appointment far away. And a girl is tired and a girl is me. All right, so let's just get into it. Let's start off with some housewives shindigs, okay? K. Michelle, as we all know, is now on the Real Housewives of Potomac, or it is being said that she will be on the Real Housewives of Potomac this season. Not Potomac, I'm sorry. Again, I'm tired. Bear with me. She will be on the Housewives of Atlanta this season, okay? Now, stuff like what I'm about to show you is why I don't really favor Love and Hip Hop stars coming on to the Housewives. The Housewives, for me, is supposed to be the hoity-toity women that are behind the gates, you know, showing us the life, you know, how you spending money, how you doing things, how you looking fly, you know, you looking cute, you got the people, the servers, the things, right? You living the high life, not women getting on the internet talking crazy. And that's what K Michelle does. K Michelle is easily triggered. Now, I love me some K Michelle, I do, but K Michelle is just too easily triggered. And so let's just get into it. Now, this was Robyn Child, which why would any
Speaking of Atlanta, yes, I love Atlanta-ish. I think Atlanta has run out of people. No. What do you mean run out of people? So apparently, Real Housewives of Atlanta has K Michelle from Love and Hip Hop on their show.
Okay, you had to clarify that though. Okay, but we're gonna speak to that. But go ahead.
And Married to Medicine has Angel from Basketball Wives on their show. Atlanta has run out of people.
Okay, Angel from Basketball.
She was a nurse. Really pretty girl.
Who is she? Who's the basketball wife she's married to?
Are any of them ever married to a
What we're
basketball
dealing
player?
with?
I don't know. I just know that she was on Basketball Wives like a number of seasons ago.
Okay.
And it might have been like the LA version.
Is Married to Medicine supposedly, allegedly filming now? Are they filming now?
I guess so. I saw a picture of her filming a confessional for Married to Medicine.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we renting and recycling?
That's what it looks like. So I'm like, out of all the people in Atlanta, now they're like, I really thought the the network or the shows tried to like avoid crossovers from different networks.
True.
But I am like, Atlanta is running. Speaking of Atlanta.
Yes, I love Atlanta-ish.
Okay, so
I think Atlanta.
Robyn, listen. Before we read what K Michelle said, Robyn, they must be running out of treadmills at the gym because you looking thicker than a snicker over here. And I'm not talking about in a good way, honey. Okay? Maybe because you're not on TV anymore, you are just letting yourself go. I don't know what you're doing. But you're over here talking trash about, and I guess that's what that's what you do on your show, right? But you over here talking shit about somebody that is on a show getting a paycheck. But you're not getting anything but praying for views over here on this podcast, okay? Did y'all pay Eminem his money? Didn't he sue y'all for calling it reasonably shady? Huh? Maybe you need to be talking about the updates on that. I don't know why you so worried about K Michelle and what she doing on another show when you're not even on a show. I don't get it, honey. I don't get it. But K Michelle responds and she says, hold on, y'all. What we got in the chat? I think one of my friends said something. Hold on. My computer's running slow right now, y'all. I'm trying to read y'all comments real fast. I don't know why it's bringing up an older comment. That's not what I clicked on. I'm clicking on Lee's comment, but it's giving me Linnell Seiler, which I've already spoken to. I don't know what's going on. Well, Queen of Cups says, hey, Shay in chat. What's up, Queen of Cups? Lee says, hey, Shay in chat. Brittany Janae says, hey, Shay, pray for me. Your girl is going through it. What? Of course. Already done, sis. Already done. In the name of Jesus, God, please heal her for whatever is going on. Take it away. It's never anything that you can't handle. In the name of Jesus, I pray, amen. And I will do a more silent prayer later on alone. But yes, friend, definitely praying for you right now. Kiki says Robyn's still unemployed, huh? And is. Okay. Kim I says, do you really think K Michelle is a good fit for the Housewives, being that she is easily triggered? No, I don't think she's a good fit. That's one of the reasons why I was saying earlier, I don't think that she should be on the Housewives, because the Housewives is supposed to be displaying women of, leisure, right? you are a woman, or even if you're not a woman of leisure, but a woman that has money, a woman that is living the life. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to see these women doing. Not, it has gotten into the catty back and forth jargon, you know, and that has come to be something funny at times. But K Michelle is too easily triggered, and it will be more about that than what I said before. So we want to see everybody living the high life. Like, what does it look like to be a woman that has money and can do whatever you want because money can buy it for you? You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to see on these shows. And I think that it has gotten so far away from that, that's why they have a K Michelle on the show. In the past, that would be frowned upon for someone like her to be on the show. Now, I ain't hating on nobody's checks, but I agree with Robyn in that regard. Like, we must be running out of people, because why? Child, what? But a lot of women don't want to be on the Real Housewives because they don't want their business aired out. Or if their husbands are cheating, they don't want to have to do something about it because now it's on public, it's you know, publicly shown. But, you know, it is what it is. Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV says everyone does not want to be on TV, Robyn. Right. Child. Well, K Michelle getting that check, though, okay? She gonna get that check. Now, I know the first season check isn't as amazing as the next season, but child. Lee says, I wouldn't have given Roberto anything. Yeah, I wouldn't have responded to her. Like, so let's get into her response. K Michelle says, why be so worried about me and my overly educated and successful self and what I might be doing? Robyn, you ran out of a job a long time ago. You would love to be recycled, you little couch potato. Just yapping. You should have ran through that hotel lobby where your husband was, lady. Giselle, you look beautiful. Leave me alone and let me go yodel in peace. Wow. Wow. Not yodeling, okay? K Michelle also says, I'm around here selling out shows and you selling basketball hats, but you worried about me and what I might be doing. The nerve of this couch potato. Child, not the couch potato. Wow. She is funny. I will say that. So then Bravo Shade Room says K Michelle responds to Robyn Dixon's claim that Atlanta has run out of people after pointing out that RHOA now has K Michelle from Love and Hip Hop and Married to Medicine has Angel from Basketball Wives. So yeah, Robyn, look, maybe you don't need to be worrying about what the hell K Michelle doing. Really, Robyn is just jealous because her ass ain't got no damn job, and that's just all. That's what that's all about. I think I had the video of Robyn sitting on her couch talking about, oh, just over here selling my hats. But I have one of Robyn's hats. I actually was going to put it on for the live, but I said, you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. Let's look at this here. Y'all, Bryshere Gray. I just feel so bad for him. I really do. He was so talented. Bryshere Gray was on Empire. He did such a great job playing Hakeem. But now, y'all, he has been seen on the internet. Oh, my girl Tay is here. What's up? What's up? When Tay Talk says, hey, Shay Renee online in chat. What's up? What's up? Thank y'all. Thank you to everybody that has joined the chat. Okay. Thank you to everybody that has joined the chat. All right. Kim I says, see her comment alone can't handle pressure. Right. Yeah. Because my thing is, I wouldn't even been responding to Robyn, but you know, it is what it is. But I am Darren Henson, which is, I think Darren is really talented. He's a dancer, choreographer, actor. I guess he saw Bryshere Gray in the airport. And he says when he was young, he posts this picture of when Bryshere, I guess, was younger. And it says, when he was younger and innocent, famous, I warned him about the industry to be careful while he was on Empire. We took this pics at LAX airport. Great kid. I hope he gets help, but nobody protected him. Now look. People will talk about you on the way up and on the way down. Always protect your own neck. No one else will. This is just so sad to see Bryshere Gray and where his life has turned to. Apparently, he allegedly has turned to drugs. He was really heavy on alcohol and other things. Also, he's on the internet taking pictures in his panties and stuff and doing, GAY things. Maybe he's turned to the other side, which is okay if that's how he wants to live his life. But there was also popular bloggers and people in the industry, I'm not going to say their names, that were on the internet previously saying that all of this behavior is allegedly due to his interactions with the Smith family, right? It's been all over the internet that he came running out of the Smith home screaming. Okay. And I just don't know. I just don't know. It's crazy, but we pray for him. I really hope that he gets help. He was a very talented actor, and the industry, he's just a very good example of, or a very apparent or recent example of how the industry really breaks you down. It really breaks you down, and you have to really have a strong mind, body, and spirit, and heavy on the spirit going into that. You can make a whole lot of money being an actor or an actress, but if it's going to turn you over to a reprobate mind like that, child, is it worth it? My sister's in the building. Sweet P724 says, hey, Shay and chat. What's up, sister? Also, one of my mods, Love Key, says, hey, Tay. And she's also one of my members. Thank y'all so much for speaking to Tay and coming on into the chat. Okay, I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all, let's move on. Okay? So, y'all, the peoples is talking, okay? Cam Newton continues to embarrass
each other.
So are you really dating?
Let somebody tell it, man. Y'all ain't even together because y'all ain't met.
No. Are you really dating though?
What do you mean dating?
I mean, you tell me. Are you guys together? Are you guys exclusive? You didn't ask.
Yeah, but even in that realm of saying, hey, I want you to be my girlfriend, or I want you to be my boyfriend. Like, it was already understood. Shouldn't be.
Was it understood?
I think if you live with a person, like you
know what we're doing a lot of?
What?
Assuming.
And you know what there is soon. Yeah, I'm familiar.
We're doing a lot of assuming.
I think I asked my girl. We just was around each other.
So are you really dating?
Let somebody tell it, man. Y'all ain't even together because y'all ain't met.
No.
Cam Newton is a clown, and I really want people to understand that let me say this, y'all. I don't like Cam Newton. Let's just make that very clear. I think he's a clown. I think that he thinks higher of himself than he really is. I really feel bad for Jasmine Brown, because Jasmine Brown, but you know what? I don't feel bad for a bitch that don't feel bad for her damn self. She's in this situation. That's what she wants to be. She want to be with a man that seemingly has money, whatever. The problem that I have with him is that he's very arrogant. And even throughout this little minuscule conversation that he had with this gentleman that's on his show, he didn't want to admit that they were together. He danced around the topic, but he's very fluent and clear when he's talking about all these other women that he has access to and how he's the man and he has the money, so he should be able to do whatever he wants to do. Yet you are over here getting this girl pregnant and you're having all these kids, but you're not creating any type of commitments. But let her go out here and sew her royal panties off with another man and dipping it and doing it and twirling and swirling on something else long, thick, and smooth. Let's see how you like that. She has money too. She's on Tyler Perry shows. She did her own movie Okay. And Jasmine Brown is very talented and she's a beautiful woman. He does not deserve her with his old cat in the hat dressing ass. I can't stand him. And all of these women that go on his show and just kind of nurture his ego. Somebody needs to tell him that he full of shit. And speaking of K. Michelle, she talks so much. I would have thought that she would have been the one to put him in his damn place. But no, she succumbed to his ego on the show. Then I hate how his interviews are so fucking long because he spends most of the time trying to get everybody to agree with him. He doesn't know how to ask proper questions, and he turns the interview into talking about him. I'm like, are we here to get to know the person, or are we here to get to know you? We see you, and when I raise you, I don't give a fuck. Okay? Why, Tommy? Why? Jasmine Brown, girl. Get back on Zatima and do your neighborly act. Get the part 2 of the movie the series that you had out. Get back to acting. Get back to being talented. You used to be the girl on the internet talking about fuckboys and how you ain't gonna let nobody treat you this way and that way. Now you doing stand-up comedy saying, yeah, y'all people say that because they ain't got a man with money. Having a man with money but not having his heart, it makes you look like a woman that's a fool. That's what you look like. Because that money don't mean shit. Especially when your ass ain't married. And guess what? So what? You got 2 kids. Now you got to spread the wealth amongst all his other fucking kids. Because he out here sowing his royal oats. And he ain't got it like he used to have it, okay? And you better hope he's spending his money right. It looked like he's spending too much damn money on these ugly ass outfits he keep on putting on day in and day out, subjecting us to these high waters and stupid ass hats and undone locks. Yeah, your hair is not done, Cam Newton. That's not stylish. You need to call my girl Demi in the chat because she does amazing locks. You need to call her and get a retwist because you look stupid. Moving on, he irks me. I can't stand him. And I just want women to stop because a man has money. I really want women that do that stupid shit where, girl, he got money. I'm gonna be with him. No, bitch, he don't fucking care about you. Get a job, do something on your own. Make your own fucking money. Get a job. Okay? Get a job. All right, let's get into this Dame Dash stuff. This is a preamble to his foolishness on the Breakfast Club.
I'm really sitting here shaking my head. I'm sitting here healing. I got my tooth surgery. My eyes getting better. I got the file, get all that dead off my back paws. And I get a call from my son Boogie, like, guess what? Cam just called me, sent me some money so I could go on an interview. Cam, this is a whole new level of low. It's just not proper conduct to bring children or my children or anyone's children in. And I know Larry made the call, but to try to divide a family and take advantage, manipulate my child, all because you're too scared to have a direct conversation with me about the things you said about me, it's just not the way I'm really sitting here shaking my head. I'm sitting here healing. I got my tooth surgery. My eyes getting better. I got the file, get all that dead off my back paws. And I get a call from my son Boogie, like, guess what?
Dame Dash, Yes, like the video, everybody. Getting jazzy with Jazz TV is over here doing her thing. Okay. She says, like the video, y'all. Please and thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right. Liking is for free to support me. All right. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love Key says, Dame Dash, another exhausting imbecile. Absolutely. Kiki says, Cam is a true narcissist. Used to having people, especially women, wait on him hand and foot, which I don't know how. I don't know how. Child, he's ridiculous. But Dame Dash calls out Camron for bringing his son into their drama. I'm just disgusted and I'm not proud. And I think you should be ashamed of yourself. First of all, Damon Dash is an old man bully. And it's embarrassing. You know, it really is embarrassing. He talks a whole lot about a lot of nothing. He talks a whole long period of time about a whole lot of nothing. And he did that on the Breakfast Club the other day. You did all this talking about a bunch of shit that nobody gives two shits about. You came on here. You better be lucky that they actually let you on their show to promote whatever the fuck you were on there promoting. And you look dumb as hell. I see why Jay-Z and them do not hang out with your ridiculous ass. He just talks and talks and talks. He the type of mofo that'll get their ass whooped because you talk so damn much. And he gets loud and over talks you because he wants to keep talking long enough where people will start to think that what he's saying makes sense. And he tries to use the respect that people have left, the little bit of respect that people have left for him because of his tenure in the industry and his connections in the industry. He tries to use that to bully other people into cowering down and not responding to him or challenging his bullshit. That's what he does. He thinks, oh, I'm Dame Dash. They ain't really gonna fuck with me like that. Yeah, they will. They absolutely will, sir. But the Shade Room reports, the drama between Dame Dash and Camron is heating up. Dame called out Cam for allegedly offering his son Boogie money for an interview, calling it disgusting and saying family is off limits. If you recall last week, the drama with the men reignited after Cam called out Dame with a shady series of posts, including a toothless pic of Dame. In his caption, Cam wrote, "Damn, big bro, I thought we was snapping. My bad, sincerely, if you mad. But me emotional, never that. I'm your real friend. Whoever let you do that interview in that condition is whack. I would have never let you get on camera like that." Child, not calling the man toothless, honey. Okay, he is not playing around with Dame Dash. Camron is an asshole too. Dusty Poppington says, "Hey, Mr. Camron, hope you didn't just cancel yourself. Boogie, love you, family first." First of all, Dame, you ain't nobody getting canceled behind you. So let's connect all of the dots, y'all. And I actually have another story on Camron where he had to kick Adrienne Broner off of his show because he was doing too much flirting with his co-host. But we'll get to that a little later on. Let's look at Damon Dash, y'all, on The Breakfast Club, embarrassing himself even more. Let's listen.
Of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening.
Okay. Like, your OG is Wendy Williams. My OG is sitting right here. You see him?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you why he's my OG. Because he killed anybody or any of those things. He just taught me how to be a better man.
Wendy, not my OG.
Can you
That's
stop?
funny, though.
Can you stop?
Wendy Williams is your OG.
Wasn't she your boss?
Yeah, at one point.
So she was your OG. She put you on, and you should give her grace, and you should also give her props out of respect.
Oh,
but because we have different trauma, like we're different. Like I'm not the kind of guy that would I'd rather get my ass whipped than run. But you're proud that you ran.
Yeah,
I'd rather get my ass whipped, and it ain't no disrespect, but I kind of think you're gay. You just act a little gay.
You got a problem with gay people?
Not at all. I've got a problem with people that pretend they're not gay. So let me tell you why.
Let
me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me.
This is hilarious. I love
you're
what
gay.
you're doing. This is hilarious.
So what I'm saying is, you might, because you started in gossip, which is, is very feminine, and you want people to listen to you, and that we want people that represent masculinity, because men need to be doing what they need to do as men. They don't need to be worried about girl stuff. Do you think he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys jumped you? He'd run, and you'd have to run with him. I like my women to feel safe when they're around me. I don't tell people and I'm not saying that's your way, but you're just not masculine. I've seen him run. I looked at a whole reel of, there's like a thing that says how many people balk. There's stuff that how many times you play with, talk about other people's genitals. You real masculine men don't do that. You said that some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay.
Why do you have such a problem with gay?
I don't have a problem. I have a problem with you. Wait. No. Yeah, that is why I pause. There's a lot of people like you. There's a lot of people like you that are gay that pretend they're not.
Black men can't be gay.
Black men that are gay should say they're.
I'm tired of him.
He's gay. Anyway, now let me talk to you. Let me say this. You acting like a girl.
You move like an old auntie. You an old Harlem auntie.
I could punch you right in your face like a grown man. Wow. I won't, and you won't do shit.
See, Dame, this is what you Patty. So just so you know, because I knew you was gonna say.
I've seen you run. Yes. I've seen you. I'm not saying I will. I'm saying no. Then your version of respectful is different than mine. We were on the street right now, and you were talking like that. I would have fucked you up. But I'm not gonna do that.
And ain't gonna do shit.
No, I wouldn't have got beat up. Let's end this. So let me say one more.
He need to sit down.
So many questions.
All right. Oh, you're right.
How you want to leave? You can't get in your emotions and want to leave, Dang.
No, what I'm saying is, when you interrupt me and you say certain things, where I'm from,
he a bitch.
Fuck you up.
Yeah.
But because let me finish. No, I didn't. I said I didn't say I said I could, and you wouldn't do anything.
And we gonna fight.
I didn't see that on tape. You ran.
Yeah, because it was 4 guys, but that's cool.
Ask what happened when 30 guys jumped me.
Respect.
I got that ass whipping, but I fucked them niggas up.
I think it's missing
lies.
Yeah. Hey, yo, pause. Come on, man. I don't think you're a problem.
First of all, let's really just dissect this, okay? I'm gonna start from the 30 guys in a fight. Let's make this very clear. It is stupid that if 30 people are coming up to you to fight you, unless you can orbit yourself into the air to fly away, I'm running away. There is no way that I care more about street credit than my health. I think that is absolutely stupid. All these people out here that are having their lives ended because of some imaginary respect that you want from people in these neighborhoods that don't give 2 shits about you. They just as broke and poor as you. And you are out here getting in fights with people for what? What does that do for you? Let me tell you something. If me and my husband are somewhere and it's 4-on-1, I am going to be pulling him right along with me to get the fuck out of Dodge. Because you think I'm going to stand there and have my fucking husband fighting 4 niggas just to prove some shit to me? That he's a man? No, I want him to make it home safe. That's what I want. I want my husband to be alive and to live so that he can take care of my family. So he can be there for me. Not sitting here trying to get credit from some niggas that I don't even know that's up to no damn good. And then they can end up ending his life. Then I got to pick up the damn pieces after that. All because we wanted some respect. Respect them knees and legs and ankles that work so we can get the fuck out of Dodge. That's what we respect. Run, Forrest, run. Okay. And Dame Dash, you are such a bitch to me. Because by you sitting up there telling Charlemagne that you think that he's GAY, and so what if he was? So what if he was? But that man is married to a beautiful woman and they have children. He is living his life as a heterosexual man, and you will respect him as such. Let people identify as whoever they identify as. You are on here trying to identify as a man that's not broke. But the internet said that is a lie. Okay? I saw this entire interview. He got on here talking about see, that's the problem. People think that it's, I'm the one that's broke or I'm the one to bankrupt. No, that's the business. The business is in my name. It's the office. The office is where all of this stuff is happening. And also, people was talking about my daughter and I didn't pay her rent. And I watched Next Gen. And your daughter was on the show saying that she had to move out of her apartment because you didn't pay her rent. Take that up with her. So you on here lying. Then you said that you had to pay $250,000 a year in child support. If you paid it, why did you have to go to court? Why did they have to sue you for it? So while you on here analyzing somebody else's sexuality, it seems like you need to be sitting down with an accountant and analyzing your finances and getting some reality in your head. And you a grown-ass fucking man in your damn 50s constantly saying pause after every goddamn thing. Grow the fuck up, sir. And that lady, that white woman that you over there emotionally and mentally, I believe, are schmusing. Yeah. The one you have your youngest son Dusko with. She's a damn fool too, in my opinion. Sitting over here listening to your stupid ass talk about absolutely fucking nothing with your broke ass. Child, if Aaliyah was still alive, she would have left you. And that's that on that, okay? I didn't appreciate the fact that he sat up there and cut everybody off. He's talking about he don't want them to cut him off. But you basically... Damon Dash is an old school bully. That's what he is. He is an old school bully. And talking all that shit, it worked for him in the past. Now we have the internet. We got the internet. People see you for the dummy that you are, the broke ninja that you are. You don't have any clout. In the past when there was no internet and we really didn't have, celebrities really don't have that spark and shine of luster that they used to have when they were kind of unapproachable, unobtainable, right? Now you can see them on the internet. They're posting pictures. You feel like you're more a part of their lives, right? Your favorites. Now, anybody can be famous. If I get 150,000 subscribers or followers on the internet, I say a couple things that's funny. Hell, Just Hilarious is a perfect example. She's sitting up here with people that were perceived to be popular, but she got popular off of Instagram. Do you remember when we could only do 15-second clips? She was funny doing her clips and rose to where she's at. You would never think that you could obtain that type of recognition. But now, Damon Dash, you were popular back in the day because people saw you around Jay-Z and popular rappers, and you look gangster, right? You seem like you was really somebody. But now we done seen your fucking teeth fall out your goddamn mouth because you didn't get the extra strength poly grip, and we all know you for your worth. Okay? You out here looking like the baby on the dinosaurs. Knock it off. Child. Damon Dash, you are a fool and a clown and nobody cares. Moving the fuck on. I see why Jay-Z don't fuck with you. And Charlemagne, big props, big ups to you. I saw a clip, speaking of Jess, a woman, they did a response video to the Breakfast Club, and a woman came on and said, Jess, why didn't you say anything? Because Jess Hilarious was really quiet throughout this whole thing. And if I'm Jess Hilarious, I would be quiet too. You know, people keep coming for Jess, talking about oh, she shouldn't be on there because she don't really know about the news and this, that, and the third. Well, y'all don't watch the latest with Lauren LaRosa. Y'all not watching her show. She got her own show on iHeartRadio, and y'all don't watch it. So while everybody that keep on talking about Lauren should have Jess's spot, you're lying because you're not even watching her show. So stop. I think that there's a perfect balance. It took two people. What really Jess and Lauren represent is how much it took to replace Angela Yee. Angela Yee was on top of the topics. She wasn't funny, really. But Jess brings that. Jess brings in that quip, funny energy that they need to break down the seriousness that comes from the interviews and the things that they do. She also provides a good bridge between Charlamagne and DJ Envy, because sometimes I think they get on each other's damn nerves. And I think that Lauren is cool, but Lauren is boring sometimes. So she just brings that edge to the show. I think all of them bring important pieces to the pie. And in this situation with this interview with Dame, Jess was like, this was my first time meeting him. And, you know, listen, if you don't have nothing nice to say, you don't say nothing at all. And I agree with her. What was she going to jump in and say? He was being very negative. He was going back and forth with them. What was she supposed to do? Jump in the argument? And I think that Damon Dash is nothing but a child that's throwing tantrums right now, because he's sitting here noticing that nobody gives a shit about him trying to be up here and bully them. And they were constantly laughing his ass out. And he didn't like that. He felt disrespected because he's like, oh, y'all supposed to be scared of me, but you're not. Okay, it's not working. And then did you notice how he constantly put women down? Saying, Wendy Williams is your OG. Okay, so what if she is? So what if she is? Wendy Williams was very talented. And you trying to say that men on a podcast, that's gossip. A lot of the popular podcasters are men. And straight men. One of them just had to pay a young woman multi-millions. Shannon Sharp. We just talked about Cam Newton. DJ Envy been married for almost 30 years, he said, sitting over there. And you talking shit. And the guy that he said was his OG that was sitting behind him, he was very positive. The interview should have been for him, because Damon Dash did all this talking and bigging the guy up and had him come up, and he basically switched seats with him. I did like the fact that he put his friend on. His friend was very positive, but while he's positive, I didn't come to watch the Breakfast Club for your friend. I don't know him. He you know, that could have been a post on your Instagram to support whatever he got going on. And you keep talking about something, I did this and I did that, and I went to the elementary schools and I helped out doing this. Y'all ain't talk about it. Damon Dash, nobody, you're nobody. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about what you're doing to report it every day. You are not, you're not even a Z-list celebrity at this point. So I don't, you better be glad. Here's the thing, and I'm going to close this thing out. You better be glad that they even let you bring your raggedy ass up there. Because the way you talk, somebody going to be done ragtagged and sagged your ass somewhere. And I hope your OG is there to help you, because you talk so much shit. You talk too much shit, and it's just ridiculous, okay? Absolutely ridiculous. But moving on, okay? Moving on. Here we go. Let's look at Cam. So Camron, and again, shout out to Charlamagne the God for handling that interview the way he did, because he kept it very professional. He did get his little jabs, and then he said, if I'm gay, you broke. It is what it is. And I was like, wow, good comeback. Good comeback. We're gonna get into Cardi later on, y'all. Here we go.
Oh, good in person.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey,
What you wish that? I love you. The guy. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Arabia, is that a real background?
Hey, Stat, could you stop
Yes.
smelling? Can you stop smelling? You
Arabia is
nah, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro, some G shit. We gotta.
oh,
have boyfriend here, yo.
alright. Oh, shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Okay, we guess we can move on to football then.
Stat. Oh my god.
Just that. Let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd. When I see you taking off some
I'm
time,
mesmerized by Stat.
this nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person. My bad.
Wow.
You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to actually go, my nigga. I mean, I have to actually go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. But I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know me with my brother.
Oh, shit, my bad, bro.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could, but I'm not gonna sit in and not value your time either.
Oh my God.
You want to wait for me? You could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta jump out. Yeah, no problem.
Look so good in person.
So much to unpack here. Okay. First of all, Adrienne Broner is a clown. Okay. I remember me and my husband were having dinner at the National Harbor. We were at a restaurant in MGM hotel, not too far from the casino, and he was there with his entourage and all his friends, and we were sitting quite close to them. This was maybe like a year or so ago, and he just kept looking over at the table like we were supposed to be pressed to talk to him. And he kept saying, you know who I am. They know who I am. They know who I am. And I'm looking at my husband like, we don't give a fuck. And I didn't know who he was. I was like, who is that? And he was like, that's Adrienne Broner or whatever. So he like needs a lot of attention. Like he wants everybody to be all in his damn grill. So you're on here getting interviewed, and I hate how Stat, the co-host, she was like, people kept on talking about she laughing it off. A lot of women, we have to do that. We laugh things off because it's very awkward. Men put you in very awkward positions, and if you tell them, no, I'm good, or I'm married, or I have somebody, I have a boyfriend, blah, 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 then they start to get mean. Right? Then they want to cuss you out. Then you got to be worrying about your life, all because this man and his fragile ego. And he looked like he was drunk or something. Cam kept on trying to redirect the interview, and so was Mace. Mace was over there trying to redirect the interview too. I wonder if Stat and Mace are dating. Is that what it is? Because he said that her man was there, but I don't see nobody in the background but Mace and Cam. Cam, is that your girl? And child, the fact that Camron pulls, I gotta reach down deep in my purse to pay your way, get you out of here. Cam got his man bag, got him his coins, and said, get the hell up out of here. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up on out of here. Okay? And Adrienne Broner was sitting there looking extremely stunned, okay? Stunned. He did not know how to take this, okay? Hilarious, okay? Also, speaking of this podcast, and going back to Dame Dash said that he was going to be the president of whatever this radio entity is or podcast that Camron is on, right? And he basically is Cam's boss. Charlemagne reports that is not the truth. Okay, actually, let me make sure that I'm speaking correctly. I watched it earlier. The name of I want to make sure I have all my information correct. The Breakfast Club reacts to Dame Dash interview. Oh Lord, I need to just go on chat. I pay for so many subscriptions though. I just don't want to pay for YouTube TV just to avoid these commercials. Is it worth it, y'all? Comment in the chat if YouTube TV is worth it. And if I don't know, it would have to be where I can get several shows that I like on one thing and I can cancel my other subscriptions. Okay, here it is, The Breakfast Club.
We just recently played a Dame Dash interview. He stopped through yesterday. We spoke for an hour and 20 minutes. Crazy. And we want to get your reaction of what you thought. This ain't about us, it's about y'all. All right? Let's go to the phone.
I was late for the gym and everything, man.
You was waiting for the gym?
I was late for the gym. Hour 20 minutes with Dame.
He said for the last 2 weeks.
Shut up.
Hello, who's this?
He said he was the chairman of Revolt and that he was Cam's boss. Okay, so I guess Cam's podcast is on Revolt TV. So Damon Dash claimed that he was the chairman of Revolt and it would be announced the day after he was on the Breakfast Club. But the, I guess, leadership from Revolt called the Breakfast Club and they reported that he is not affiliated with Revolt at all. So they determined that was a lie. That was a lie. Okay. So this man is going on large platforms telling hella lies. Okay. Yeah. Crazy. Had a conversation with Dame telling him he wanted to make him CEO, but it was just a conversation. I'm reading some of the comments, but yeah, that's that. So shout out to Cam for being a stand-up guy and getting Adrienne Broner the fuck up out of there. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go to there's some drama back with the Papoose and Remy Ma situation. So Papoose and Papoose and Claressa rather, they did an interview on the Tamron Hall show. Okay, so let's watch this first, and then we'll see the response, I guess, because they saw Remy Ma and her whatever he is
shook her hand and said you were a fan.
Yeah, I happened to be walking to my seat, and I
you happened to be.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something?
So he's been a fan. You get your moment to say, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I see her. And when I went to shake her hand, I realized how beautiful she was. I was like,
Thank you. And so, never to be shy, as the rumor I heard, you then slipped into the DMs and offered him VIP tickets to the fight.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you know what?
She did.
No, so it was like he's a fan of boxing, and why not come and see the greatest fight? Yeah. But I did recognize like right away. I'm like, that's a good looking man. So I thought to myself, I said, hey, you gotta be blind and I say he's a good looking man. That's all I'm saying. So when I put in there, it was like, but I didn't even know that I liked him until like probably about 2 weeks. We was texting.
Yeah, we was texting back and forth for the longest.
Well, I love this part. You were texting, but then you sent each other poems.
Yes.
I don't think I don't have them on, but yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We started at some point.
Because I rap too.
I found out that she does poetry.
You do. My rapping started off as poetry when I was back in school. I used to write it, but he didn't believe me, but he told me the same thing with him. So he sent me a poem and then I sent him one back, and then we kind of did one, like we did one together, we did one separate. We got a few different poems, yeah.
Are you going to turn these poems into a book or a song?
We should. She's really good. We met at that Shakur.
Okay, so here we go. There are a lot of people in the comments saying, oh, so y'all been dating since 2020. So Remy was right. No, they met in 2024 and he sent her something from a fight that she had in 2020, showing him that showing her like a video of a fight or something that he attended of hers in 2020 to show her that he's been a fan. It's not something where he just now started liking her or whatever. So to clear that up for all the people that were in the comments, if you got to listen and have context clues. But here's what I would like to see. I want to see some divorce papers. That's what I want to see. Okay, because we got Claressa and Papoose doing interviews and this, that, and the third. And of course, we're going to look at this clip of Remy and her marsupial looking ass boyfriend, sidekick, rapper, whatever the hell he is. But y'all hanging out, they hanging out, kicking the bobo in public, right? So why don't y'all just get a damn divorce? Sign the papers, cut your losses, move on. Why are y'all like this? Looks silly. And of course, Claressa and Papoose are going to be out in the public more because Claressa is a well-acclaimed boxer. Papoose is known. Don't nobody know Remy's dude. Don't nobody care. But I believe Remy was cheating way before Papoose was. I'm sorry, not sorry. People want to blame him so bad. At the end of the day, they need to sign the papers. Somebody got to sign. He did all these videos talking about she won't sign the paperwork, or he the one had to file because she wouldn't do this. Then she did all these videos talking about she filed and he wouldn't do this, and he don't want to give up. He don't want to. She gonna have to pay all the bills by herself, so she might as well get a divorce. Blah blah blah. Go to the courthouse. Both of y'all leave with what you came with. And get on out of each other's lives, because at this point, I'm tired. I'm tired of the bullshit. Okay? It is what it is. I don't care. Sign the papers. Be done with it. So, Neighborhood Talk reports, this is cute and all, but are the papers signed yet, Pat? We just want to know. Let's get on to the point. Okay? Thank you, Neighborhood Talk. Get it on to the point. Okay? Period. It says all Claressa Shields and Papoose gush about their first time meeting. Claressa claims she knew he was the one after 2 weeks of texting. You got to be blind to say he's not a good looking man. Okay. I want him to be a good looking, available man to you. How about that, Claressa? Because you deserve somebody that is available to you, sis. And that's just what it is. Let's look at this post of Remy and her dude at this Philadelphia Eagles football game. I'm not going to play it because I think it's music. Hold on. Yes, there's music. It says all fans spot Remy Ma and her man Easy at the Eagles versus Chiefs football game. Okay. Listen. Oh, y'all can't even see. Can y'all see the it looked like it's swirling. Listen, I don't know why she likes this ratatouille looking ass man. It is what it is. It is what it is. This ratatouille looking ass ninja. Just go be with him. Just go be with him. He looked just like Papoose with wider shoulders and thicker and worse teeth. Child. And Remy, for her to be so beautiful, their daughter looked just like her, by the way. So I know every time he see his kid, he see that little girl and be like, that is her mama's whole face. But if that's what Remy want to do, if she want to reach down, deep down to the ground for a man, then that's her. Because clearly you must love taking care of men. And I love how they try to show that he pulling his wallet out of his pocket so he can pay. Yeah, that's just one time because he know that y'all watching. She may have given them the money before they got there. Child, please. Okay. Moving on. Let's talk about Chrisean Rock real fast, y'all. Listen to her sister.
I was there. It didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? I'm like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your love instincts didn't kick in. But so what I do is he said, guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess with your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Don't worry. Where your mama instance was that day? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did. You did that. So don't do that. And I encourage you. I keep asking you, leave me alone. You want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children. Talk about my grandbaby, like. And you know what's crazy? We will never talk about Chrisean because he's special and we really love him. But yo, you are foul. You are foul and disgusting. And I because I was there. It didn't kick in.
Okay. Let's just get into Chrisean's sister Terrain. Ooh, looks like a terrain skirt around her waist. Finally tells us what's wrong with Chrisean Jr. I'm so sorry, y'all. I can't get rid of this. I can't get out of my head this Mr. Tire Blimpies skirt that she has on that look like it's thick. And I know her hoo-ha is sweating its ass off because that thing looks thick and like it's supposed to be worn in the winter time with some leggings. Girl, what? And why is you so out of breath? Is your coochie sweating? Is it sweating and you are trying to catch your breath so that you can talk shit about your sister? Yeah. This family is crazy, deranged. Is something wrong with these people in this family? Okay? Something wrong with these people in this family. But Born July 1st says, okay, July 1st, you a Cancer. Okay. Says, allegedly, the truth is finally out. The main caretaker sister has spoken. She was present during the birth of this child and was given permission to listen into her medical information. Apparently, Chrisean had and refused a C-section. If you didn't know, giving birth with an STD puts the child at high risk for blindness and many other lifelong complications. We all knew something was wrong with this poor baby, but we never knew the truth. It's far more disturbing knowing she could have prevented it, but didn't because of cosmetic reasons. If you ever had an ounce of of hope in Chrisean being a good parent, I guess you get a mental evaluation. There was never a sign of positivity since day one. Wow. Oh, if you ever had an ounce of hope in Chrisean being a good parent, I suggest you get a mental evaluation. There was never a sign of positivity since day one. Child, Chrisean Rock is an idiot. Chrisean Rock is an idiot. Anybody that decided to have a baby with her and leave their semen behind, I mean, whatever you do that's on you. That's on you. And the way that baby, we all know it was something wrong with that baby. And for you to not want to get cut because of a tattoo, are you kidding me? But the people allege that the girl, if that's why she didn't want to do it, but the people allege that the girl was smoking and drinking throughout the pregnancy anyway. But anybody that will go as far as this dingbat has for a man, I don't put nothing past her. I don't feel no ways tired about Chrisean. I want her to not be popular. I don't know why people continue to put her in the public eye. She has learned absolutely nothing. At first, I started to feel sorry for the girl when I thought that she was going to change and have a glimpse of. And the thing is, the girl is talented. She just stupid. She another one with this street smart, so I don't want to look like a punk or this and that and the third type of mentality. Black, let me talk to you real fast, Black people. Stop being stupid. Stop being stupid. Stop trying to be hard, little nigga hort out here fighting and angry and having an attitude over everything. It makes us look unintelligent. It does. And our credentials are overlooked, and all the hard work that we put into things is overlooked because of our poor judgment. And when I say poor judgment, and this is not every Black person, this is not a staple for everybody, but a lot of us will compromise our credentials and all the positive things that we've done in our lives so that we don't look weak. That's stupid. I don't give a fuck about what these people think. I'm going to keep my sanity and my safety, and more important, my freedom. I'm not going to jail to prove some shit to you or anybody else. That's lame behavior. And Chrisean, you have lost your mind. I done seen you go over to the Freedom. Mind you, the church that she goes to is not too far from my house. Me and my husband went to that church once or twice when my son was a baby. And the whole time I just didn't get a good vibe. I remember when the pastor, he just kept on asking for money. They just kept asking for money. They talking about, well, we have missions. I mean, we fly people on our private plane. Now, mind you, this church isn't the biggest. The mega church locally is First Baptist Church of Glenarden, right? And Pastor Jenkins is absolutely amazing. Okay. And anybody that Sweet Pea, you live close to the area, so you know what I'm talking about. And you know, you for one probably definitely know about First Baptist, because they probably be backing traffic up down by you. Okay, but First Baptist Church of Glenarden is a huge church, so the church is huge. But the church that Chrisean goes to, that church is a big church, but it's small. It wouldn't be what I would consider a mega church. But every time you go to that church, I used to see him and the wife on billboards all throughout, up and down the road or whatever. But they always asking for money. Literally, they asked for money 3 times when I was there. And this was when my son, the last time I went there was when my son was 2 years old. He's 9. So this must be something that you're still doing. So I thought her going to church, you know, Pastor Mike and his wife, you know, I thought she was learning something. But I think they only put up with her shenanigans because she always comes with a wad of cash every time she comes to the church. And that seemed to be all they care about, is getting people's money, child. So, and that's that on that. But Chrisean, girl, don't get pregnant no more. And get your baby the help that he needs. And Terrain, Terrazzo, Concrete, whatever the hell your damn name is, instead of getting on the internet out of breath in hot skirts, you should be trying to get the baby some help. That's what you need to be doing. Okay. But moving on. I just thought that this was interesting. Let's look at this.
Dear Black men, this is all my hair, okay? This Black woman right here, this is all my hair. I only get hate comments from Black men telling me to take my wig off, telling me to give the horse back its hair. This is all my hair. Black women have long, beautiful hair, okay? Black women can also grow long and healthy hair, okay? White women also wear wigs, weaves, all that. Hispanic women also wear wigs and extensions and all that, okay? Yes, I've worn wigs. Yes, I've gotten extensions, but I wear my hair naturally. And you might be like, but why are you straightening your hair to be like white women? I straighten my hair twice a year to get a haircut. That's it, okay? That's literally it. I've never desired to be like white women. I never will, okay? I am proud to be a Black woman. Proud. And some of you be like, well, you're not Black. I'm African. I can get Blacker than that, okay? I check Black on everything. So if you want to take that away, then go ahead. This self-hate is truly disgusting. No other races of men disrespect their own like Black men. I don't know if you think that makes you look great. It doesn't. It actually makes you look pathetic, okay? Because you're bashing your own. Do you ever look in the mirror? You're literally disrespecting your mother, your future daughter, and your sisters. I don't care. You guys can date all the white women that you want. I do not care. But stop telling me to take my wig off. This is my hair. I can't take it off. And it's down to my ass. You hater. You need to literally take a look at yourself because it's sickening. Dear Black men, this...
All right, so let's talk about this. I don't understand why people think that Black women don't have long hair. Shrinkage is extremely, extremely real. All right. That's for one thing. I know so many Black women that have, I mean, hell, y'all can go over Caramel Rail. My girl, my good sis has long hair. I was watching her video earlier. She said that, you know, she's looking for a hairstylist and she hasn't found anybody she trusts. So she blew her own hair out. Her hair looked good. I was like, girl, you don't need no damn stylist. You can go to them and get you a trim whenever you need one. But hell, you did a great job straightening your hair out. Her hair is down her back. One of my good girlfriends, she ain't mixed with nothing. Hair down to her butt. And she goes and gets a silk press. She has a very good hairstylist. Hell, my hair is past my shoulders when I straighten it out. The one time I wore my hair straight to my good girlfriend, I was her maid of honor. She called me the maid of honor. I said, girl, I'm your matron of honor because I'm married, sis, but okay. But my hair, I was shocked when I hadn't had my hair straightened in years at that point. The stylist straightened my hair. I was like, wow. I didn't even know my hair was that long because I don't know how to straighten my hair out. I just know how when I pull it, how long it goes. And I'd be like, oh, okay. But it even was longer than that. Black women can grow hair. And a lot of times when people wear wigs and weaves and stuff like that, we're protecting our hair. Because as you can, child, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. It take a lot to tame this hair mane, okay? It takes a lot to tame this hair mane, okay? But once I get it done, it be looking like the bomb, okay? So I don't know. And it's always men in the chat hating. I just don't get how Black men always have the worst to say about us. I don't know if they are just, child, your mama is Black. Your sister is Black. Why do you, like, I don't get it. It be the worst ones. It be the worst ones. And I read some of the comments and I was like, damn. All right, y'all, let's get to, we're going to talk about Candice, then we're going to talk about Cardi, and we're going to get into sisters, okay? So shout out to the lady with the long hair, honey. Let's listen to Candice Dillard on her reaction to Monique coming back to the Real Housewives of Potomac, okay?
Monique is back. Will you be okay or open to returning to the show with Monique being on it, or is this a Candy Phaedra situation? We gotta keep it real. We're gonna get to the tea and the shade. I'm sorry, Candice.
I understand Candy's plight. I understand where she sits. If I need to bargain to be somewhere, I don't need to be there. And if I need to be there, if I want to be there, there's no living or dead soul that is going to preclude me from being there. And so I am where I am right now. If and when the time comes that the Lord says it's time to go back, I follow Jesus, as you know I come from you.
Amen.
And you know, if it's not time to go back, there are so many other things that I am excited about that I'm working on. So many projects that need my attention, and a whole baby, and a whole husband, and a mama. Right. It's a lot of people in this camp that need my attention, and so I'm not hurting or missing anything at this time. But you know, I come from there. That's where I got started. For so many of you who've gotten to know me, and I'm grateful for the platform. It will always have a special place in my heart. And if I go back, I go back. If I don't, I'll see you elsewhere. I'm here, aren't I?
Right. Monique is back.
Oh.
Will you be okay or open to?
Do y'all think Candice pregnant again? I might have to make a phone call to one of my sources, honey. Hell, she live around the corner. I might have gone over there and be like, Candice, girl, you pregnant? No, I'm just kidding. But child, Candice, listen. If I'm her, I'm not going to let Monique keep me from a show. Okay? I wouldn't let her keep me from being on a TV show that I've been on, thrived on, whatever. Okay? Candice, just sit tight on Twitter, making your comments, girl, and do your thing. Monique is on here to promote them damn Mila E oils, and can't nobody tell me nothing else. She couldn't give two shits about this show. She's on here to make a check, a little check at that. It was a little check before, but now it's an extra check because you decided to be all humble and not take anything in the divorce from Chris. But I heard that he was real nice to you and gave you, gave you a little something, something. But you ain't get half because that prenup was ironclad. And you want to make everybody think that you were just so noble and you just didn't want anything from him and you just want to walk away, just, whatever. The life ain't life in the way that it was when she had the man, okay? And that's just that on that. But Candice, overall, she ain't really answered the damn question, but she did say, listen, if I'm going to go back, I'm going to go back. It ain't going to be no Phaedra and Candy situation because Candy, one, didn't need the show, okay? So for Candy to not come back, that's okay for her. Candice, you got a coin. You have coins, so you don't need to be on there. But if you want to go back, you can. And I respect the fact that she's like, you know what? I'll go back if I want to. I don't care who's on here. I don't care who's on here. And it is what it is. What you say, Sweet Pea? Sweet Pea says she's not on the radio anymore and she had to get up out the big house. Yeah. Yeah, word on the curb, child. She got her own house. Mind you, I think Sherelle Duncan is actually on the show now in replacement of her, which is interesting because, they were both on the same reality TV show. With Sherelle Duncan, I love her personality. I think she's cool. I think she a little extra sometimes. I think, she do a little too much sometimes. Her personality is very big, but I think that's what makes her unique. Just because for me, sometimes I'd be like, oh, it's a lot. But I really love her personality overall. I think she's a very kind person. I recently, a month or so ago, I did an event for the radio station that she works on. And I was there with supporting a friend. And we were doing a step event and she was there. Very personable, very into the community or whatever. But don't talk to Sherelle about Love and Marriage GC, child, because then you're going to be on her shit list. So she probably don't fuck with me after I asked her a couple of questions about it. She's like, I just really don't want to talk about it. And I was like, I respected that. I was like, okay. And listen, I understand. She moved on. Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV, my mod, she says, I love her message. I agree. I think that, you know what? Listen, she didn't bash Monique. She just made it very clear. Listen, I'm going to do what I want to do. All right. And I'm working on stuff. Clearly, y'all still care about what the hell I got to say because I got this mic in my hand and you still talking to me. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Lee says, it sure ain't. Monique should have stayed with Chris, but she wanted to be a damn hot girl. Right. And now she out here and realize ain't shit in this damn dating pool but piss. She thought the grass was going to be greener on the other side and that people was going to be checking for her. But Monique, what you did realize is that you're controlling, sis. And ain't no man trying to be checking for that. You think you know everything and ain't no man going to be trying to be checking for that. And these men out here ain't caked up like Chris was. And he valued your opinion because of the longevity and the time that you put in. So Monique kept complaining about all the things that she was doing for Chris. And, she felt like that got old over time. Okay, well, guess what? You started that. You were the one waiting on him hand and foot, doing everything for him. And then you wanted him to just flip and change without you having a discussion with him. You just thought that it would be just a natural progression for him to start helping do shit when he was the breadwinner. He got that country Alabama mindset where it's like, I'm going to bring home the bacon and my wife fried up and cook it for me and the kids. You married somebody with that mentality and then you got mad because he didn't change for you. Overnight at that. You got that radio job and you getting up at the ass crack of dawn and you like, people talk about I talk too much. I got my dream job. I'm on here talking. And you think that this multi-million-dollar man is supposed to be happy about having to get up in the morning now to take care of, get his kids ready for school, something he was not used to doing. And because now that he has to do it, he's not doing it to your standard of perfection. Now you got a problem. Monique gonna regret that if she hasn't already. She's definitely gonna regret it. Scorpion, what's up, Scorpio Vibes? Thank you so much for joining. Says, yeah, she good. She doesn't have to go back. Oh, you talking about Candice? Yeah. Yeah, Candice ain't got to go back. She don't. But if she do, I love the fact that she like, listen, I don't feel no ways tired about who on this show, okay? I love that she has evolved. Yeah, I agree. Because I remember Candice, you know what, back in the day, Candice would have been like, I don't want her on there. Is this messed up that they got her on here? And I'm glad that that's not the route that she took. I'm glad that she is like, listen, I'm living my best life. I don't really care about none of this shit, okay? It is what it is. Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV says black men hate themselves. I believe sometimes they do. She was talking to Chris any kind of way, Scorpion Vibes. Yeah, absolutely. I did not. On Love and Marriage DC, I just could not stand the way she treated Chris. I couldn't stand it. Sweet P724 says Monique played herself and did, and absolutely did. Okay, played herself all the way down to the T. Scorpio Vibes says they said Chris' mama never liked her and didn't want him to marry her. I believe it. I believe it. Mama knows, child. Mama knows, okay? Candice will be on this upcoming season of Traitors and beefing with Portia. Ooh, I can see that. Because they kind of had a little bit of a back and forth on Ultimate Girls Trip. I think the reason why Candice and Portia will beef is because Portia is used to people admiring her foo-foo frilly personality, where she's that dumbfounded stuff that she do. People think it's cool and it's funny. Candice has a woe is me personality, right? So both of them they both need attention, right? So, but Candice feels like, well, I'm intellectual, I'm smart. Why are y'all sitting over here admiring stupidity? Look at me, admire me, because at least I have credentials. I'm smart. I have money. I'm doing my thing. So it's just going to be, I feel like it's a battle of attention between the two of them. Brittany Janae says, well, it's not affecting Monique that much. She's still going on luxury vacations. Child. Well, listen. Well, when you live in a smaller home, you know what? She downsized significantly, so her overhead is not as bad, I don't think. So, and that was what's important to her going on vacation. So, yeah, she did get some money from him. So, yeah, now she's doing something to bring in more income, and I think her oils are doing really well. So, I think listen, while there is an ulterior motive for her coming on the show, right? I think it was smart. This is free commercial. Come film me in my garage while I'm packing up my orders, okay? It's not like we haven't seen it done before on other shows. We see it every day on Instagram where we have a former cast member of Love and Marriage Huntsville doing the same thing, packing up her stuff, getting her money, still making money, still living her best life, okay? Maybe that's what Monique want to do. And I think it's smart. Capitalize off of it. These viewers going to be in your business anyway. Go and let them come over there and signify and buy something at the same time. Shoot. Lee says, if I was Giselle, I'd ask Monique how many houses she got now. Lee is petty, and I love it. And I would do the same thing. I would absolutely do the same thing. Kiki says Giselle's still in that ditch. Not women, still in that ditch with a tent. A tent low. Uh-oh, LOL. I don't know why I keep taking the comment down. But child, Giselle, Lord have mercy, she don't need to talk about nobody, but that is damn funny. Oh, I did want to talk about this real quick, y'all, before we get to Cardi B and get on to Sisters. I saw this on Caramel Rail. She reported on this earlier. Let's listen to this woman here.
I was expecting you guys. He's about to come get you plus 2 other girls. So Boba finally comes to the gate around like 7:15. He comes to the gate. I know it's him because he had a name tag on. His name tag basically said Boba. So I'm like, hey, are you Boba? Are you Chris Brown's manager? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm here with such and such. He said that you would be escorting me and my friends to the VIP platform. And he was like, oh, no, sorry, I don't have any more VIP wristbands. So mind you, it's 7:10, like 7:05, 7:10. So the concert just started. And I actually saw him have like 50 VIP wristbands in his pocket, but we're going to get there in a second. So he's like, I'm sorry, I don't have any more VIP wristbands left. So I'm like, huh? I'm like, I just got off the phone with such and such. He said that you were expecting me and my friends to come. So he's like, I'm sorry, sweetheart, I can't help you. And he walks away. Doesn't give us a ticket, don't give us any explanation, just that he doesn't have the wristbands. So I immediately get on the phone with my friend that works, with Chris Brown, knows Boba, knows all of them personally. And he's like, what? He's like, he literally just told me that he was coming to get y'all and he was expecting y'all. So he's like, let me call him and see what's going on. So he calls me back and he's just apologizing. He's like, I'm sorry, I don't know why he's tripping like that, but he doesn't want to give you guys the wristbands. So in the midst of it, I'm like, okay, well, he said he didn't have any left. But in the midst of it, we're standing there waiting for about 30 minutes to an hour. And me and my friends are watching him give girls wristbands that came way after us. And these girls were mixed. They were light skinned. They were Blasian. They were white. They were like, they didn't look like. So one of the guys from Chris Brown's entourage that was also with Boba walked up to my Puerto Rican friend and offered her a wristband. And she was like, well, what about my 2 friends that I'm with? And they're like, we can't help them. So this video is getting a little bit too long, but to make a long story short, we stood there and wasted. We missed Summer Walker and Bryson Tiller because we stood there waiting for somebody to help us for an hour. Boba and the rest of the entourage kept coming up, playing in our faces. They even tried to make us perform for the tickets, like made us spin around, audition, jump up and down on one leg, and stuff that the other women that did not have to do, like the light skinned girls, the white girls, the mixed girls. They didn't have to do that. They walked up, got their wristbands, were escorted down with no problem. So yeah, after them playing in our face for about an hour, we basically peeped what was going on. We realized we weren't, getting in, and that was that. So after like an hour of us waiting, Boba comes back and he gives us regular tickets, like tickets that were like, up in the sections, like up in the stands or whatever. So, I wasn't like tripping, but I just felt like he was only doing that because I had to basically not necessarily harass him, but stress him that we just drove all the way here from Cleveland and we were promised like VIP passes, VIP tickets by such and such. And he said you knew we were coming. So he basically just gave us the tickets because, I wouldn't let it go. I was expecting you guys. He's about to come get you.
Let's dissect this. Bitch, buy a VIP ticket. That's why I'm going to start there. Buy a VIP pass. Okay? That's number 1. All right? Number 2, you made this whole fucking post trashing Chris Brown, and he didn't have nothing to do with this. This man is back here practicing doing cartwheels and getting his air in his lungs so that he can perform for 3 damn hours. So you brought your ass from Cleveland and got disappointed. I'm so sick and tired of this Chris Brown don't like dark-skinned women shit. It is absolutely ridiculous to me. And I'm going to tell you why. All of you motherfuckers have a preference, right? He doesn't sit up there and say out loud all the time, I don't really like dark-skinned women. He's not saying that all the time, but if he likes Asian women, Oriental women, Blasian women, that's what the bottom line is, bitch, are you going backstage so that you can be his girl? No. You're going backstage because you admire him, obviously, and you want to be around him. You mad because you won't have a chance to be his girlfriend because he ain't attracted to you? I'm not attracted to white men. Should I be held on the cross for it? Everybody has a preference. That's his choice. He's not out here disrespecting Black women, and he didn't disrespect you because your broke ass didn't buy a VIP ticket. If you miss Summer Walker out there cackling on stage and having an anxiety attack for having to goddamn go to work and do a show, that's your fucking problem. You shouldn't have took your ass back there off the promise of one of your raggedy ass friends that they were going to let you get back there for free. I'm sick and tired of you lazy broke bitches that go and get this your bust down and spend all this money getting all done up, thinking that you're going to meet a man that's going to pay your bills for you. And now you have an attitude, and you did a whole fucking video on the internet trashing this man. And now he done took down his social media and all this, that, and the third, because he's focusing on his tour. Chris Brown has been the main celebrity that big ups his fans. Y'all were just on the internet talking about what's the football player that's engaged to Taylor Swift. His ex was dark skinned. That woman was all up on the damn stage, and he was humping and thumping all over her. And she's a dark skinned woman. Yeah. What's her name? Kayla something? What's her name? Kayla, child. It escapes me, but she's a dark-skinned woman. Okay. I don't prefer. Look, Chris Brown is handsome, but he ain't somebody I would want to date either. Should I be scorned because of it? I should be, held at the stake. The bottom line is, buy a fucking ticket. If you bought a ticket, you will be entitled to go back there and take pictures with the man and hang out with him. If you didn't buy a VIP ticket, you're not guaranteed to go and take a picture and schmooze and rub elbows with Chris Brown. So get your lame ass off the fucking internet talking shit, bitch. I can't stand it. I can't stand females. And it's not just because she's a black woman. Women of all shades do shit like this. The entitlement of certain females is absolutely insane to me. Somebody told you they was going to get you in for free. Somebody did this. Guess what? Where was the somebody that made all these promises to you? Go find them and tell them to deliver on their promises. Better yet, tell them to buy you a VIP pass because they fucked you over. That man's security is doing what he's supposed to do, securing him. You could be a crazy ass bitch trying to get back there and you so pressed. You talking about you had to basically hop up on one leg. You doing all this shit to get back there with Chris Brown. What you want to get back there and do to Chris Brown? You thought that you was going to flash your bust down and a piece of that coochie hole, and you thought he was going to make an exception for you as a dark-skinned woman that he ain't attracted to. Girl, get the fuck on and go buy a ticket next time. Bye, girl. Bye. Tired of you. Okay. I'm sorry. It needed to be said. I'm just so tired of these women always trashing this man. He's done some shit in his life that, he's not proud of. Focus on the music. Y'all stop trying to date him. Who cares what his preference is as a woman? Do you like track number 5 through 10 or not? Like, worry about the music, not who the fuck he want to bed dance with. It ain't you, bitch. You should have been standing in line to get tickets to Dr. Heavenly for the dentist, because that bottom row is a little roller coaster-ish, if you ask me. While you over here trying to get backstage some damn where. Girl, stop. And you know what? I'm not even going to talk trash about this girl. I don't like what she represents and what she's doing, okay? So let me read this. A woman alleges Chris Brown's manager denied her VIP access at Breezy Bowl due to her skin color. A young woman has taken to TikTok to share a troubling experience she says occurred at Chris Brown's recent Breezy tour stop, claiming that the singer's manager denied her and her friends VIP access based on their skin color, which is a fucking lie, in my opinion. Okay. Let me read some of y'all comments. Let me start here. Oh, D is here. What's up, D? D says, hi, Shay in chat. Zoomed up, and that's where we stop. D is one of my members and also my friend. Thank you so much for jumping through, okay? Gabby Janice says, hey, Shay, this girl purposely got VIP tickets to complain online to the people that already knew Chris was a colorist. Right, listen. If that's not his preference, that's cool. I don't want to bed dance with Chris Brown, so I don't care who he want to sleep with. If he ain't attracted to me, cool. Okay? There are white actors and actresses that don't want to date black women or men. That's okay. My preference is men and not other women. That's okay. It's called a preference, and it's okay to have one. That doesn't mean he's a colorist, in my opinion. That just means he wants to date who he wants to date. Period. All the women that he's gotten pregnant look very different from Rihanna, who he was absolutely in love with. Okay? And she was a black woman. These other women are Asian-ish. Child. Sweet P724 says, so y'all ain't about a VIP ticket. Bingo, friend. Bingo. That's what it was. The broke ass hoes ain't buy no damn ticket. So you standing around missing the damn show trying to get in for fucking free. You can't even get in my Chris Brown voice. Okay? Girl, get the fuck on somewhere with your broke ass. Scorpio Vibe says, hey Shay Boo, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for joining. I think I saw you earlier. I should have I thought I shouted you out then, but thank you so much for speaking in the chat, hunty. Okay. Gabby Janice says, I like Chris music, but I would never buy a VIP ticket knowing I'm not the preference. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, Gabby. You're not going to buy. I get you. I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. However, if I buy a VIP ticket, I'm buying a VIP ticket because I want to meet him in person, not because I'm trying to get a date with him. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to separate the two. I'm buying it. That's just if I bought a VIP ticket to go see Jill Scott and take, because I love me some Jilly from Philly. Okay. I'm going to go take a picture with her. If she says I don't date black men, I'm not going to, if my husband comes with me, he's not going to not take a picture with her because she don't date black men, because he's not trying to date her. You get what I'm saying? So me, I'm not trying to date Chris Brown. I love his music. So I admire him for his music. So therefore, I will go and get a ticket for VIP to take a picture with someone that I love their music. I love his body of work. I'm not trying to love his body. That's why we got to separate the two. You got to separate the two. But if you don't want to, if you mad that he don't like dark-skinned women, and you knew this before you went back there trying to get these free damn tickets, sis, in this video, you should have never went to the concert. Because if it weighs that heavy on you that he don't date dark-skinned women, you shouldn't have went. That's how I feel on the situation. But thank you for sharing your opinion, Gabby. Scorpio Vibe says that's his choice. Right. I agree. That's his choice. And who am I to give a damn? S. White, just a Jersey girl trying to be more, says, then don't support him. Right. Thank you, friend. Right. Very well said. Very well said. Scorpio Vibe says, exactly. TB says, my preference is dark skin, 6'3" and thick. Right. Listen. And fun fact, my preference is dark skinned men. I love a brown skin to dark skinned man, but I ended up marrying a light skinned man. Go figure. And I'll tell y'all in members only why I ain't like light skinned men at first, but y'all gonna laugh, but don't laugh at me for real. Okay. Maybe we'll have, I was talking to my husband about us doing like relationship talks and inviting other couples, and we'll just do it in members only. Because we gotta get some more content in there outside of the giveaways, okay? But thank y'all so much for watching. D. Herfer says Travis Kelce. Oh yes, that's the guy that's engaged to Taylor Swift. Got you. Okay. Kayla Nicole, that's her name. Yes, and she's dark skinned, and he had her on the stage, child. I thought he dry humped her into a pregnancy, honey. Okay, they was doing the most up there. But I watched it about 2-3 times. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Kim I says the sense of entitlement is crazy. Should have been happy to be there. Exactly. Exactly. All right, I'm gonna read a couple more of y'all comments, and then we're gonna get into the Cardi B of it all. Exactly. They trying to force Exactly. They're trying to force him to choose them. Like, leave Chris alone at this point. Right. Let it go. Let him do his performances, child. Listen, I'm trying to grab me a damn ticket to the October 4th show here. I'm trying to get my friend and be like, girl, let's just go and pay the $5. My friend that loves Usher, she gonna be on the floor, and not on the floor seats. I'm like, damn, how you get floor seats? You don't even fuck with Chris Brown as much as I do. But anyway, Scorpio Vibe says, I don't like them light bright. We all have preferences. Exactly, Scorpio Vibes. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Scorpio Vibes, Brittany Janae says, child, Chris Brown forgot he was playing a part when Kayla Nicole lifted her legs up. Ooh, baby, okay? Well, he looked like he was having a good time up there, okay? Looked like he was having a good time. All right, and her color ain't mean nothing, make no never mind to him. TB says, I'm going to say this and not take it back. She ain't even cute, so, oh, damn. Damn, TP. But I may or may not agree with you. I may agree with you. Yeah. Shay, Kim I says, Shay, that's exactly what she thought. Yeah, she thought she was about to come on back there and catch her a vibe or two. Yeah, that bottom row, sis, it's doing bad. It's doing real bad. Okay, that bottom row is doing bad. No, not heavenly. I knew D was gonna say that. She said, not heavenly, girl. Somebody else. Lee says, looking like just hilarious and mad you can't force yourself on. Right. Can't force yourself on Chris. Girl, get your tail on somewhere. You back here trying to get a date. And he is just performing and entertaining his damn fans. D Herfer says, I'm good. I was late, just leaving a consultation. Look, y'all, D, I'm going to get my coins together so D can come do my damn house, okay? Because D be doing some amazing work. Shout out to D Herford, y'all, the best designer out here, all right? She does her damn thing. That's it. That's all, Scorpio Vibe says. S. White, just a Jersey girl trying to be more, says he's handsome. And no, I'm not looking at him like that. But sometimes as a Black woman, we're overlooked by our own Black men. No, and I agree. I agree with that too. We certainly are. But I just don't want us to mistake someone disrespect for a Black woman for preference. Or I don't want to confuse the two. Right? He didn't say he don't like Black women. He said, he don't really prefer a darker skinned woman, and that's okay. But that's that on that, y'all. Gabby Janice says she bought a ticket with intentions and got mad that his security refused her wristband. Child, right. With her dog ass. S. White says, I wouldn't even get a ticket. I just listen to his music. Yeah, I just listen at it on the iPod, right? S. White. S. White said, okay. All right, y'all. Let's get into the Cardi of the B, okay? Let's get into Cardi B. Now, we all know that she's pregnant by Stefan Diggs or whatever, so I'm not even going to play that video. I just thought this one was interesting. I found this and I said, oh, we got to look at this here. This old Cardi.
Girls that I used to work in the strip club, that they always want to get surgery. And it's like, oh my gosh, you look amazing. They have like 3 or 4 or 5 surgeries, and they just want to keep on going to Colombia and keep doing it all over and over again. And I just don't be understanding why. You can't change them. The only way you can change them and change self-esteem is if they go to therapy. So your bitch to go to therapy.
I wanted to post this because, first of all, in this video, Cardi is still beautiful. I loved this Cardi. I did. I love Cardi now. And I'm playing this before the Kelly Rowland interview because this shows that Cardi has not changed. Cardi has not changed. This is her. She is unapologetically herself. She doesn't let her being popular change her. She gonna say what she wants to say. I am glad she got them teeth fixed. I ain't gonna lie about that. But I love the fact that Cardi B is gonna be her. She ain't letting no media training and all of that change her into somebody that she's not. So listen at her in this interview with Kelly Rowland. Child, this thing don't want me to click on nothing, honey. Oh, here we go.
Started tearing, like listening.
Uh-oh. Well, while this is trying to figure out what it want to do, Cardi B did an interview with Kelly Rowland, and she was basically explaining how she felt. Oh, okay, this is went to the hashtag, not to my saved stuff. She was basically talking about her relationship with Offset, how there are women that have, come around her that she's supported, and they ended up, messing with her dude. Let's listen to her in this conversation.
And I almost started tearing, like listening to my verse, because it's like,
you really felt
bitch,
it.
I really want to punch your fucking throat in. Sorry.
Yeah. I didn't know that was coming, but yeah.
Y'all see Kelly? Kelly is so, listen. Kelly Rowland is sitting here doing this interview with the most transparent person that Cardi B is. Only thing Cardi B really hiding was the fact that she was pregnant these last couple of months or whatever. But Kelly is like, oh, wow, I didn't expect you to say it like that. Kelly is so reserved. She's a person that hang around Beyonce. So they so busy hiding their lives and just kind of, keeping it secluded, that you interviewing somebody like Cardi B that's just like in your face and gonna say whatever. I feel like Keke Palmer should have did this interview. She probably would have been a better person to do this, because she would have been right there with the shenanigans with Cardi. But let's keep going.
Sometimes I feel like that too. I just don't say it out loud.
I say it. That's why sometimes when I see like a new little bitch coming up with some shit, and I feel like they kind of cool, and I feel like people be dragging them. I be sliding in their DMs like, it's like, hey, this temporary. This is a good and bad thing, But sometimes you gotta know who to do it with, because I have done that to bitches that done went and fuck my man and all that shit. So it's like, you gotta know who you being nice to, because it's like these bitches right here, you out there feeling sympathy for them and wishing them the best, and these bitches will beat you and fuck your nigga. That you ain't even realize them bitches. You out here like, damn, she look like a nice girl. I feel bad for her. Like, it's like, let me think that, bitch, then you start being shady to me, and it's like, oh, bitch,
I'm not
fuck you,
supposed
bitch.
to be kind of giggling at this, but it's how you're delivering it, and it's really throwing me off, because it's not funny, but think on it, girl, the way you are. Like,
that adds in some real shit.
It's
like,
so animated.
It's some real shit. Like, it's really some real shit.
Oh,
like,
wow.
that ass. The internet era is just so insane. Like, it's like, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of, one day
I love how Kelly is sitting there like, I want to laugh, like belly aching laugh right now, because I don't know if I think Kelly is laughing for two reasons. Kelly is laughing, one, because it's funny what Cardi B is saying, and two, it's from embarrassment. Like, I can't believe this girl is really on here displaying herself like this. But I love how unapologetically Cardi B is. She is authentically herself, and she don't give a shit what these people. But see, she's made a career of being herself. You get what I'm saying? Like, she didn't come out being something else and shift into this. This is how she's always been. That's why I wanted to show that other video clip, to show this ain't nothing new. She been like this. This is, I've been married. I done had 3 kids, another one on the way. I'm dating a football player, Cardi, now, versus that Cardi. The personalities still the same. Still the same. Come on.
They love you. And I almost started tearing, like listening to my verse, because it's like,
you really felt
bitch,
it.
I really want to punch your fucking throat in.
And so that was it. So Kelly Rowland is like, wait, that's, yeah, sometimes I feel like that too. You know, it just shows how the industry makes people so fake that it's like a staple to be fake. And so when you see somebody being authentic and just not giving a fuck and not catering their words to, oh, I'm in an interview, because even Cardi, I think she kind of toned it down a bit with her interview with Gayle King, right? But she still was like cussing and saying whatever the hell she want to do. But that also is on the interviewer, because the interviewer has to know that, listen, I'm interviewing Cardi goddamn B, and this is how she act. Okay, Cardi gonna say some shit. So you just got to go and deal with it. Okay. But kudos to Cardi for moving on and, you know, doing her thing. Shout out to her. Her album is coming out tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, here's another clip from that interview that I thought was interesting too. If we can get it to pull up. Okay, here we go.
Like I did it like around 2022.
Shower Tears.
Yes.
It's a good title.
Yeah.
Shower Tears, is that, I'm just taking a wild guess here, is that like the tears you cry away from your children when you really feeling stuff? Or like, what exactly did you mean? I love the title. Can you elaborate?
I mean, there is a line that says, how you texting bitches for my bed,
Yes.
all these tears, all these shower tears that I done shed.
Oh,
because it's like
the amount of it.
Yeah, like the amount
That's
of
beautiful.
it. Because I cried a lot, honey. I cried.
Girl,
I cried.
I can only imagine the rivers and new oceans you have formed in your tears.
And even this song called What's Going On, like we're still, like I did it like around 2022.
Wow. And you know what? Cardi B, I knew that she was going to get to this point, because remember when she was on Love and Hip Hop and she said, whatever you do to me, I'm going to do it worse to you. So she is really ultimately getting Offset back in the craziest way. She done had a baby by his favorite football player. She like, you fucked me over, I'm going to fuck you harder. Okay. And that's just what she's doing. And I don't even think that Cardi trying to marry Stefan Diggs or whatever. It's rumored that he having a baby by somebody else simultaneously with her. You know, I think that she just want to show Offset, I'm done with you. It is what it is. You ain't never going to find nobody like me. And that's that on that. And I'm so tired of people coming down on her because she dealing with Stefan Diggs or whatever. This man was cheating on her throughout the marriage. She left him and took him back. Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's crazy how the world thinks. We are not back in the 50s and the 60s anymore, where granddaddy or daddy had a family across town, but he was still taking care of home, and mama had to deal with it because she either had to work 5 jobs to take care of us, or she was looked frowned upon, like, oh, you ain't got no husband, you ain't got no man, something must be wrong with you. Now we have jobs, we have education. We don't have to lean on a man for everything. And I believe that Offset has always been jealous of Cardi's rise. And Cardi is popular because she's doing just what we've been talking about, being her goddamn self. People like her because she's authentic. Sweetie was just on the internet saying that she feels like it's pretty privilege that keeps her from being popular, or her music from being what it should be. Let me tell you something. Your music is not where you want it to be because it's just not, it's not great. You don't work as hard as everybody else. You don't work as hard as everybody else. You are cute, but what are you out here doing to put yourself out there besides eating foods that are weird together? That's the only thing I know her for outside of her music, is she'll eat a pickle with a hot dog or something, or no, a pickle with some French fries, or a pickle with some hot Cheetos, like something weird shit. like Cardi is known for her personality and she got a couple hits. And that is what it is, okay? But y'all, shout out to Cardi B. Her album comes out tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow. I will be one of the people downloading it on Apple Music so that I can see what songs I want to use in my step class, okay? All right, y'all, like up the video. We are getting ready to talk about sisters. Sisters. All right, hold on. Let me get the... All right, y'all, mods and my folks. Let's prepare the people to like up the video, y'all. Like up the video.
Yeah.
I don't know why I took it down. All right, y'all. Let's get this. Ooh, my hair, Lord. I got to do my hair, honey. All right, let's find sisters. Is this it? No, not that. All right, here we go. Sisters, y'all. Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about sisters, okay? Sisters, I hate it. I'm going to tell y'all right now, the reason why I haven't kept up on sisters is because it hasn't really been much going on sisters. I don't like how, let's start with, we're going to go character by character so we can catch up. Because I'll do a full review on the episode that's going to, the Miss Week, child, my hair, this bush, child. I'll do a full review on the midweek, the mid-season finale, which is next week, okay? So let's start with Danny. Oh, Caramel Kisses. Caramel Kisses said pretty punishment, and that still makes no sense what she said. Right, girl, that ain't make no damn sense. I was like, girl, get some more music out. That's what you need to do. My favorite show, Sisters, although sometimes they be having saying what the fuck just happened. Right, because that's exactly what we about to talk about, Scorpio vibes, okay? Yes, I have reviews on Divorced Sisters that you can check them out. I actually did live reviews. Me and my husband reviewed that show. It's actually coming back in November, I believe, for the second half. They had a mid-season finale too. But sisters, y'all, let's talk about it. So we're gonna start with Danny. No, let's start with Sabrina because that's the most worthless storyline that we have going on. So Sabrina, because her and Rich are not getting along, or they not together right now, she has this old ass man come over her house. So y'all, I have to go back to episode 7 up to current. Let me verify my last review that I did because I think we're now on episode 10 or something like that. But anyway, Sabrina is bringing men back to her house. Okay. Now, Maurice and Penelope Pitstop at her job. Okay. They are over here trying to help her to get out of this funk with Rich, telling her that she need to get out here and get some new dick. And she just need to go through her whole phase or whatever. My thing is, it's okay if that's what you want to do, Sabrina, but don't have these people come into your house. I would never bring no ninja to my damn house. Are you kidding me? And I'm not going over his house either. Okay? Now I might go over his house if we just like, I'm just saying, because I need to be able to leave. That's really what it need to be. I need to be able to get on up and get out. I don't need you in my house, and I got to do little shit and throw some pots and pans around to make you think that, realize it's time to go. Because sometimes these men don't know when it's time to leave, okay? And women, sometimes we just be, too nice to tell them. Now, they ain't too hard on telling us. They be like, yeah, I got your Uber downstairs just waiting on you. Oh. But if you drove over there, they can't say that. So my thing is, listen, I need you to get the hell on up out of here. So I'm going to come over your house. I'm going to sit on it and rotate a couple times. I'm going to head on out. I'm going to go on head on out. That's what I'm going to do. So Sabrina has this old man that apparently he has ED, which if you don't know what that is, it's erectile. And it was just not getting up. It wasn't getting up. She had a great conversation with him after a series of talking to a bunch of men at the club. So then they go back to the house. It ain't work out. He didn't leave. He's on the couch. He wakes up in the morning and he's like, okay, I think I can get it to work now. And Sabrina's like, well, I got to go to work. So I'm going to need you to head on out. Okay, I'm going to need you to head on out. So Sabrina goes back to work, and her and Maurice and Penelope Pitstop, and I'm going to call her that because I don't remember her damn name. They're sitting around talking, and Maurice ends up finding a man on the internet that's going to blow her back out. Come to find out, the man that he found was Danny's cousin. So the cousin goes over there. He's supposed to be a doctor. I don't know what Maurice looked up. There's supposed to be this exclusive app that Sabrina is on to find a man. But nevertheless, he finds this man that ends up being Danny's cousin, which I don't know what the purpose of the cousin is. Again, this must be another person that Tyler Perry, he looked like a young Dwayne. What's that man? What's that man named that Tisha Campbell used to be married to? What's his? Is his name Dwayne? What is his name, child? I don't know. But he looked like a young version of him, Tisha Campbell's ex-husband. Okay. Dwayne Martin. I think that's his name. Anyway, moving on. He talking about he a daggone doctor. So he goes over there to blow her back out and tears her walls from Kingdom Come. And apparently she done had 12 orgasms. They describe positions that I'm like, Tyler Perry, have you ever had sex with a woman? Because I don't know if these positions that you're describing a woman can do. Because the way he said that, he was like, oh, you put your leg here, your knee here. I'm like, I don't know how he would be able to get in there doing that. But okay, anyway, he leaves. She tells Maurice and homegirl about it at work. Moving on. Let's get to Danny. Danny. You are so mad that Tony doesn't have a job. Okay, now Tony, you just got laid off from your job. You acting like you got money. Why are you not at your own place? You said you have savings. You had your own apartment. Why are you not at your own house? Why are you at Danny's house? Okay. Danny, why haven't you told Tony to go home? You got this check for $70,000, which you shouldn't have never got because you were dead fucking wrong for throwing coffee on somebody, throwing your drink on that man. And you didn't deserve that job that Tony was trying to get you because you were not qualified. You barely want to fucking come to work. But Tony, you over here playing video games all day. Get on the horn and find you a job. Okay? But Danny, you got all this high expectations of work ethic for Tony. But baby girl, you don't even halfway want to damn go to work. The only reason you go to work is so you can have enough money to keep a roof over your head and keep the weed man paid up. Girl, I don't know what Danny wants. Danny don't know what the hell she want to do. She don't know what she want to do. She don't know if she want to be with Tony or not. You know, Tony, child, get off the damn video game. She's calling you. Mind you, she's mad at Tony because he ate her food. You left it there. You were late for work. You left the food there. He ate it. It is what it is. You're mad that he didn't answer the phone and he was in the house and he ate your food. Get you another plate, sis. I don't know what you... It's all just so simple. You know? It's just all so simple. Moving on. Karen. Okay? No, you know, I'm gonna do Andy first because I'm gonna go to the people that's going to take me the most to, because it's not really a whole lot going on the show, unfortunately, y'all. Let's talk about Andy. Andy, you called, what's his face that owns the firm, Robyn. He ain't called you back. We ain't seen Gary all season. So I'm pretty sure from the previews from when yesterday's episode went off, that's Gary that probably pops up at her place, right? Mind you, why are these people able to just come up in your apartment like this, in your penthouse? Somebody got to be fired downstairs, but whatever. Andy, you and some of y'all gonna be mad at me, these Fatima fans. But I feel no ways tired about Andy cracking down on Fatima, because Andy telling Fatima that it's her job to do what she tell her to do. It absolutely is her job. It absolutely is her job. Fatima, you are out here entertaining all of these basketball players and whatnot, and you doing your paralegal stuff, but you're not a lawyer, sis. And you keep on putting your education on the back burner over here, signifying and wanting to be Captain Save-A-Ho for damn Andy, Zach, and everybody else, and not focusing on yourself. Okay? You are in there analyzing contracts and shit for these basketball players when you need to be doing what Andy asked you to do, because you work for her. Andy asked Fatima to get the information for this lawsuit she's trying to push through, because she is a partner, but one of the other partners at the firm, he doesn't want to help her with the case because he's friends with the doctor that has been doing things to unalive Black women that come into the hospital having babies. He's not taking care of them. So Andy wants to do a class action suit on him. But Fatima is not doing her job to get the information. And she's looking at Andy all pissed off like, I mean, yeah, I made a mistake, but damn, you can't let it ride. I done so much for you. No, bitch, we're at work. And your work ethic is fucking off right now. So you are tarnishing my reputation by you not doing what you're supposed to do. I appreciate all the shit that you done did for me in the past. I really do. Lord knows I do. But I need you to do your damn job. One thing that you did do in the past and was consistent about as well, along with helping me, was doing your fucking job. I'm not seeing you doing your fucking job right now. It seemed like Fatima is doing whatever is best to serve her and her purpose alone. Fatima need to do her damn job. She need to stop trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho for everybody. And she needs to express herself and her feelings. And she got upset with Andy and said, you know what? Do we have a problem? Do we need to have a discussion? No. Do we need to have a discussion? Because at the end of the day, Fatima, you seem to forget that you are employed by Andy at this firm. If you want to go and look at contracts all day, go work for Hayden. Go do that. You don't have to work for Andy. Andy needs somebody that's going to do her damn job. She asked you several times to get those statements. Not only did you fuck the statements up, you didn't get the dates that she asked for, and you didn't get all the ones that she asked you for. We have a job to do. And frankly, it's close to her heart because her friend almost lost her life and did lose a baby. So with the work that y'all are trying to do for these Black women and this man that is not doing his job and has such a high position at the hospital, she's trying to remedy that. She's trying to help make sure no other women lose their lives. Andy gets a call from another woman giving her some more information saying that he changed his name and he done moved somewhere and he did the same thing down there. But they respect him so much at the hospital where they are that it's difficult for them to come down on him because he has so many people in high places in his back pocket. Do your fucking job, Fatima. Now let's talk about Zach. Zach, sit the fuck down. You are one of those Black people that I was talking about earlier that is stupid. Too emotionally charged. I can't look, I gotta look hard all the time. I gotta defend my woman. No, you're not defending nobody. You look like a stupid, dumb idiot. That's what you look like. You want to sit up here fighting somebody every 5 minutes. You mad that this man sent Fatima a purse that she always wanted and some flowers. Fatima saved this man a whole lot of money. Mind you, he was hitting on Tamara in front of Fatima. Fatima wasn't checking for this young man. And also, if you and Fatima are that tough tight, you got to trust your woman to say, hey, I ain't rolling with you like that, Chad or Chaz, whatever his name is. And if it gets, you got to trust the fact that if it gets uncomfortable, that she would come to you and say, hey, listen, not for nothing, this new client that I'm dealing with, he's being a little disrespectful and I need you to get some male energy up on him. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. But Zach want to jump up and get all pissed off at everything if somebody is trying to approach Fatima. However, Zach, she's supposed to deal with Karen coming to your house whenever she felt like it. She's supposed to deal with Karen constantly telling you that I'm having his baby and there's nothing you can do about it. She's supposed to deal with Karen hanging around her new friend group as well, because that's their friend group and she got to share friends. Andy is her friend, so she got to bottle up all of her emotions. She's supposed to deal with you giving Karen a check to fix her salon. She's supposed to deal with you crying and carrying on and doing the most when you thought that Karen had passed away in the daggone salon when the fire was set ablaze. She's supposed to be so excited to deal with the fact that you keep telling Karen that you love her. And I'm always going to have love for you. Even though Karen lying, talking about y'all slept together in the bathroom and you didn't. And you had to go all the way to the restaurant to get the footage to see that that wasn't the case. You got to do all of that. Stop acting like it's okay, Fatima. That you're sitting over here acting like you accept and you're okay with the stuff that Zach is doing, and you're not. Zach is a man baby. He needs to grow the fuck up. Somebody's going to end up beating his ass, or he's going to be back in jail, and you're going to be raising that baby by yourself. All this, I want to be macho man bullshit. You look dumb, Zach. And I'm tired of, I want Tyler Perry to let him grow. Let Zach grow up. He has money now, but he hasn't he hasn't grown into being a man. He's a child. And it's annoying as fuck. You want to fight all the time. You going and meeting Chaz, talking about that. Chaz talking to you about getting money. And you sitting there with an attitude like you intimidating him. And he looking at you like, what the fuck wrong with you? You got some indigestion? You got to take a shit? Like, what the hell wrong with you? And he's talking about, yeah, I want to do these investments. I want to do this and that and the third. And this young man is way younger than you, Zach. You let him get all of that out, and then you tell me I ain't doing shit for you, and da-da-da-da-da. You trying to bully him, and he like, Ninja, what? I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. Yeah, I bought a purse for her, but she saved, you know how much money she saved me? She helped me. And he also helped her by bringing more players in there for them to the firm. You fucking up Fatima's reputation with your shitty ass attitude. And I'm really tired of them writing his character like that, because I don't believe that Zach should be still in this state. Can him and Fatima evolve? Does it always have to be turmoil for them two all the time? If they have to evolve to just being off the show and they're just on their own shows, Zatima, I'm good with that too. I'm tired of all this back and forth bullshit where both of them are acting childish, because Fatima do childish ass shit too. not telling him stuff and thinking he should automatically know. And then you like, well, I told you if you hurt my heart, I'm leaving, and this, that, and the third. Just playing. Both of them play little childish little mind games, and they need to grow the fuck up. That's just what it is. So let's get on to Karen. And some of y'all might drop on out of here because you ain't gonna like what I got to say. Karen, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and take care of your baby. I don't want to see no more of this bullshit. And I'm not telling y'all that postpartum is not real. I understand that postpartum is a very serious thing. But when you go to the doctor, I remember having to answer those questions about postpartum when I went to the doctor. If I'm Zach and her mama, sit her on somebody's couch. She needs therapy if you don't even want to touch your own baby. You did all of that, about to give up your life and this, that, and the third so that you could save the babies. Karen don't have no damn postpartum, y'all. Karen is grieving that child because she wanted to have forever so that she could hold the baby over Zach's head forever, because Karen still wants to be with Zach. She doesn't want to deal with Faith because that baby is a reality and that baby belongs to Aaron. She don't want to really be with Aaron. She knows that Aaron is the better fit for her. Aaron all along was the better guy for her. And she loved Aaron when she was able to throw him in Zach's face. But now that Zach has somebody and he ain't really checking for Karen, and they don't have any ties together anymore, when they had that little conversation in the kitchen where they realized, well, we don't really have no connection anymore. Karen has been depressed over that. She wanted to use Forever, which was Zach's child, to hold it over his head forever. And she wanted to be a thumb in their, like a thorn in their side of their relationship forever and always. And she laying in the bed, the baby is crying and carrying on. Let me tell you this, postpartum really is where you're overly protective of the baby. Not that you don't want to touch your baby. So they really did the opposite of what it is. Women don't have babies and don't want to take care of their baby. Some of them are like super protective or feel like somebody's going to do something to their baby, so they don't want to give up the baby. They want to be around the baby all the time. Karen is taking the far extreme on the other end. In the middle of the night, the baby crying. She don't want to get out the bed. Her titties leaking and she don't want to pump. She don't want to do nothing to take care of the baby. The baby cries and she hates it because her boobs are, filling up with milk and she don't want to do what she need to do. And Aaron getting up in the middle of the night and he's feeding the baby every hour on the hour, and she ain't helping them do shit. Let that have been Zach's baby. Full of shit. She would have been Johnny on the spot, and she would have been taking that baby over to Zach and Fatima's house, holding that damn baby over their head. Child, Karen, you full of shit. Okay. She goes to the salon. Now she's upset because it's turmoil in there. However, what I saw was a bunch of customers in there, which was something that they complained about before, that there wasn't a whole lot of people in there. Pam got the place full. It's chaotic, but it's full. And as much as Karen likes to be in control, she's not in control of herself. She's not. And I think she's coming to a realization that she can't control everybody around her, and she can't use that baby to control people anymore. And she has to step up and be a mom to the child that survived. So by her telling her mother that the doctor said that she needs a change of scenery, the doctor didn't tell her to steal the baby and leave. Now you're going to take the baby that you haven't more or less held for 2 seconds, ain't want to look at the baby. Now you're going to take the baby and run away? This bitch done lost her fucking mind. She needs therapy. extensive, intensive therapy. And that's really all the characters. Fatima, you getting gifts from the guys and you dealing with everybody's shit on the show. That's on you, sis. You want to be Captain Save a Hoe all the time? That's what you get. That's what you get. You telling Zach, oh, well, you ain't even tell Zach about all the stuff that was delivered. Zach saw the purse, which you didn't know nothing about, but you know that Zach is immature. And the fact that Fatima said when Zach was coming down the steps, he overheard her saying that she hate to say it. She was talking to Danny, but she said that she was glad that it was Zach's baby. If it had to be one of the babies that didn't make it, she was glad it was Zach's. That's a normal way to feel. Why the fuck would I be excited that I'm pregnant and my man is having a baby with another bitch? Why the fuck would I be happy about that? If one of them had to go, I would rather that one. God rest the baby's soul. I'm so sorry that this happened, but I would rather it be that baby too. Mind you, this is a scripted show, so if I don't have emotions, just, charge it to that. I'm not all caught up in emotions over some shit that I know that's not real, okay? Because it wouldn't be real for a woman to be having babies by two different men. That's just so needle in a haystack out here. But yeah, hell yeah. And the fact that he's mad at her that she said that. Is she supposed to be fucking excited that you got your son, which we got to go back and forth constantly, the mother trying to get more and more money from you on that. And he has issues, and we got to deal with that with Michael. Then you was going to have this baby by somebody else that's crazy and deranged, popping up over here and talking to me crazy like they lost their fucking mind. Now she pregnant, dealing with all her, Fatima pregnant, her emotions all over the place. Now, here's what I want to know. Is Danny going to tell Karen what Fatima said? Because she sure said that to Danny on the phone. But child, listen, Sisters is a little bit trash right now. It's crazy that I was able to review all the episodes that quick, because that means it's really not shit going on this show. Not shit going on. Tyler Perry, I don't know what you're doing. Stop allegedly messaging the men's and, get the storyline right. Get the storyline right, okay? That's all I got to say. And Zach, grow the fuck up, because you acting dumb in Zatima too, which we're going to talk about later tonight, y'all. I'm going to post the link. I got to get out of here soon. We have something to do for my son at school, okay? So we're going to get on up out of here. I got to go make myself look presentable for this damn teacher. But then I'll post a link for y'all for Zatima later on tonight. We're going to do a review. The newer episodes came out today, but we're going to do episode 1 and 2, and I'll see how I feel for us to keep going for 3 and 4. All right, y'all. But that's it. That's all I got. And that's all, folks. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this with us too. And the words of Lonnie B, don't let no bitch upset you. All right. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out.